Hi there, CY, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass the TOEFL IBT, and you're one of my online students. And you had a good question, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take your response and my answer to that, actually your question and my response to that, I'm going to actually post this in my online course as one of my lessons. And the main thing here that you're getting at is you're asking, you have to look at whatever the question is you're being asked on the speaking or writing portions of the TOEFL IBT, and you need to make sure that you're addressing the task, you're answering the question. And that's what you're asking me right now. So you're saying, what are the advantages and disadvantages of attending a U.S. graduate program? Because my interpretation differs from the one of my friend, I would like to hear a native speaker's opinion. I will appreciate the response. Many thanks. All right. What's interesting here is this question is not really asking whether or not you want to attend such a program. It's asking the advantages and the disadvantages of attending a U.S. program. Now, the other problem is it says advantages plural and disadvantages plural, but realistically in 45 seconds there's no way you can really do that. But you could probably realistically explain one advantage and one disadvantage of attending a U.S. program. That's probably about all the time you're going to have. So that is my interpretation of how you can answer this question. Now I'm going to show you a model response. So I took your question, I wrote a response to this question. If I attend a U.S. graduate program, I will have the benefit of completing a widely recognized one, but the cost would be much higher than one in my country. The advantage of attending a graduate program is the recognition. To illustrate, the Harvard School of Business is one of the top U.S. programs with wide recognition not only in the United States, but also around the world. The disadvantage of a U.S. graduate program is high tuition costs. For example, tuition at Harvard can cost close to $4,500 U.S. annually, whereas tuition at a popular university in Indonesia can cost around $4,800 U.S. annually. Therefore, anyone attending a U.S. graduate program should consider the recognition and cost of attending such institutions. Right? So this is an example of how you could answer this question. Notice at the very end, I didn't draw a conclusion and said, therefore, because of these reasons, I would attend a graduate program in the U.S. I didn't do that. I just said, therefore, anyone attending a U.S. graduate program should consider the recognition and the cost of attending such institutions. That's it. So I left it to the reader to make the decision. I simply gave information about U.S. graduate programs. I explained an advantage, where you see here is recognition. I explained a disadvantage, which is high tuition costs, and then I left it to my audience to decide whether or not it is a good or bad idea to attend U.S. graduate programs. So that would be my interpretation of that particular question. All right? Anyway, thank you very much for your question.